folks, this is ioEther, and we're back playing some more World of Tanks. So, this is Ronnok and his Centurion 7-1. This is, of course, Abby, and it's a tier 10 game. Now, this is the new mic, your old mic coming back kind of thing. Hopefully it works better than the old mic. The difference with this one is that it's really easy for me to tip over. And when I'm doing my normal keyboard stuff, it feels like I'm hugging the mic stand. Because I pretty much am. Now, unfortunately, you will get more sounds of me breathing into the mic with this one, as it doesn't have the pop filter that my TS mic has, which apparently, unfortunately, is screwing up as well. So, you can either have the screwed up audio, or you can have me breathing into the mic once in a while. Take your pick. You can't have both. Or you could, I guess. But you can't have neither, is what I meant to say. Not unless somebody wants to donate me a new mic, or I go out and spend some money and get one, but that's not happening right now. So, before we get actually into the game, if you want to talk to me, Facebook, Duckster, and Twitter are all in the description below. As well, if you want to follow me on when I stream, follow me on Twitter, and you'll get my notifications when I'm streaming. And that's about it. Let's get into the game. So, Ronnok was originally going up that center road. He wanted to take a look and see what was up there. And then once he realized the I want to say disposition, that's not the right word, deployment of his team, he has decided that he needs to be in a different location. So the other team gets a single TD and we don't get any. So apparently Ronnok has taken it upon himself that he is going to sit in the normal TD spot and be Overwatch. Now, wait, what? Where are you going? So Ronnok just did a giant circle, and is apparently coming back to the exact same spot he started this entire circle on. Now I'm gonna guess that's because he noticed that the 8 line was dying and he wanted to get over there without taking any fire from anyone. And getting back to this point, he's realized that either there's no point in bothering with trying to hold the 8 line, or he just doesn't care right now. Either way, it means that he's up in the middle. Looks like he's going to try and defend from the 8 line from back here, which gives him some cover, but it's still out in the open, and you're not going to be able to get through there. No way you fit this tank. Didn't know you could do that. Anyways, well, this was a roundabout way to get to some cover, and I just thought he got artied, but of course that is just explosive barrels. The upside to all this is that somewhere in all that, rt34 managed to take out one of their best players. Now, rt34 is one of our best players, so that completely tracks. Apparently they know each other. That's interesting. Just looking at platoons here for a second. Ooh, an RU-251. So I was looking to see if the friendly Unicum players are like platoon mates with the other guys, but apparently not. Unfortunately, already looks like it's dead here. Ronnok couldn't quite get enough shots on target to kill it in time. Taking the ram there for a little bit more damage. Backing up, hoping to get hulled down. He is using auto aim, which was a really good idea right there to make sure the scout couldn't dip around and juke his fire. And unfortunately, our E100 has an M103 coming at him. I'm hoping he managed to get himself spun around in time. Otherwise, an M103 to the backside is rather bad. Anyways, ooh, side of E75. We will take that shot every time. And the E75 is like, ow. And then he notices Ronnok. Unfortunately, the rest of our team is kind of losing this, And man, that shot hurt. Now normally the Centurion 7-1 is a really amazing tank to hold down. But apparently either that shot went... Let's see where it hit. Yeah. No. It can't have been that shot. That must have been from the RU. That's a shot right there. That's where the E75 shot went in. Wow, that's really unlucky. Well then. No words. That would suck. Now, as you may have realized, the 7-1 doesn't really have a gun mantle, which would have prevented that particular shot from going in. Now, we do have a T-62A along with an E-100 flanking the enemy E-75, so in a minute, this guy's going to have some real troubles, and yeah, he just noticed that. He's backing up to try and deal with those troubles, but Ronnok doesn't really want to run into a shot from this guy, because this guy could one-shot him if he gets lucky. So instead, Ronnok's just going to leave. Nope, and he apparently decides not to leave the E-75 to the E-100 T-62A combination. So he's going to run across the open here, and it doesn't get shot at by anybody, which is really nice. And he's going to ambush the side of this E-75. Unfortunately, we lose our E-100. No! That was a really clutch shot by the enemy E-75. That was either a gold round through the front of him, or maybe he got a Laura Glacius shot, but I doubt it. Beautiful shot by Ronnok as he came over that ridge, making sure to get as close as possible before firing the shot, so I had most likelihood of hitting a soft, flat surface to get straight through with that shell. Now, on to the rest of the teams. Now, unfortunately, there is an enemy T-62A up in the middle compound, so he's going to be Overwatch for this map, and without some kind of ability to either dig him out of there or pull him out by like baiting at him to try and shoot like our friendly 262A there, it's going to be really hard to dig this guy out of here. Now, he may have already left on his own accord, which would probably be to his best interest, as getting pinned and cornered up there by two high tier medium tanks is never something you want. However, you do need to keep in mind the enemy still has artillery left in play. That and both of our medium tanks here have exactly the well, exactly to combine to make up about the enemy T-62A's health. So they can both take a shot from the T-62A, but they can't both take multiple shots from the T-62A. So they're going to have to flank him and figure out a way to disable him and then kill him. Now the Alpha Panther, yeah, that was a silly move. He thought he was going to go around the back of our T-62A, and all he found was a Ronnok waiting for him. That kinda evens out the odds. Now Ronnok sitting in cover there for just long enough to make sure the RD couldn't get a shot on him, and he dropped off radar before he continued moving. Fortunately, at some point our T-34 in the back died, and now our T-62A has to go clean up the Panther 8.8 back there, otherwise we would get flanked. Enemy T-62A is pushing up as Ronnok circles around looking for a shot, looking for an opening. Bother. That's bad. That is not an opening. The gun said we had an opening, but apparently we didn't. Okay, so Ronnok's gonna sit here for a little bit. He's using the buildings as cover against the artillery. Oh, and now he's in a little bit of trouble. Now the T-62A knows about how long his reload is, so he's gonna want to try and get in here before Ronnok reloads. Fortunately for him, not quite in time. Now, the T-62A makes a mistake right here. I'm gonna pause this for a second. The T-62A could had the health to take one shot from Ronnok, and then And so what he should have done is, instead of stopping right there, he should have just come straight through that alleyway. And actually just come straight through this alleyway. And we'll zoom out. And then he would end up back here somewhere. And what that would do is it would either push Ronnok to back into this alleyway and back into artillery fire zone, or Ronnok would be dead. Now, it's possible the T-62A could have lost this duel back here, but it's unlikely. The T-62A fires every 4 or 5 seconds, which is at least twice as fast as Ronnok fires. Now, the T-62A, of course, doesn't do 400 damage per shot, but he doesn't need to. He only needs to get an average of 300 damage per shot to kill Ronnok in 2 shots. Yeah, if he just charged straight on through, he would have taken a single shot from Ronnok, dropping him to about the health he's at now, and then he would have killed Ronnok, and this game would have been done. But he didn't. He sat back, he waited for Ronnok to reload, and Ronnok wins this fight every time if you let him reload. And again, Ronnok's taking another one on the tracks, and instead of charging in, the T-62A is trying to play this chicken game, and he's going to get himself killed. Ronnok is loading the Hesh and going in for the kill. And boom, that is a dead T-62A. And finally the T-62A puts in a shot, and that is the end of that. Now, ooh, Batchat's coming around from the back. And ooh. 1700 experience with premium without a daily double. That was an awesome game, earning him his Master Badge First Class Fighter, Duelist, Fire for Effect, and Bruisers. Unfortunately, no other medals, as he only got 5 kills, and that 6th one wasn't anywhere in sight. And not top damage, well, yes, top damage on the team, but not far enough ahead of these guys to earn himself the high caliber. Now these 4 guys here were all vital to this win, each of them doing enough damage that Ronnok could clean up at the end. T-62A particularly deserves props because between him and Ronnok, they managed to take out quite a few guys at the end there. Poor enemy T-62A. He could have won this for his team if he'd just grown a pair and rushed Ronnok instead of trying to sit back and play chicken. Oh well. 15 shots fired, 10 hits, 4,000 damage dealt, and 320 blocked by armor. Now that is the T-62A shot. At least one of them, I believe, managed to bounce because Ronnok was side-scraping. And the T-62A was not firing the way he should have been. Bad use of that vehicle, but oh well, this is what happened when you use a Cent 7-1 correctly. Thank you so much, Ronnok, for sending this in. Before I end, I do want to say, still have the contest running. All you have to do to enter is call your shot, write it in I'll chat at the start of the game what you're going to do, and then go do it. Whether that's scout the entire team, take a bunch of damage and not be injured, kill somebody on the enemy team, whatever. Just call your shot and then go do it, and then send the replay in to me. Mark it Epic Hero Contest, and you can win some stuff. Thank you all for watching. Have a great night. This is ioEther out. Hey folks, this is ioEther, and we're back with some more World Tanks. Side scraping. How to counter a player who's side scraping. So the E100 is trying to side scrape. And you can see, let's see where. Ronnok is actually firing at the engine deck of the enemy tank. And, well, that makes sense, because Ronnok's gun is actually higher up than the enemy tank's engine deck, so he can aim down. And if he concentrates right, and if he, T-57, really? How did you miss that shot on the T-57? Really? That was like a free shot. So the enemy E100 is getting really pissed that Ronnok can somehow penetrate him without being, without exposing enough of his tank so that this guy can kill Ronnok. So Ronnok's, again, gonna shoot for the engine deck,